And one of the comments that made me giggle a little bit is like, ah, nobody picked Teja? Weird. And then someone else is like, yeah, what a surprise, right? Love it, guys. Keep it coming.
I would love to play against Teja, just because I think it would
I told
be
you
a
this
really good
I told you
example.
this the other day, right? Teja started following me on Twitter. And then
I'm so jealous.
And I wrote that to Red, and then like Hotbit said, Teja, you shouldn't follow that guy. He can't even spell your name correctly. And I always spell it wrong.
You always say like TJ, right?
Yeah. I don't know.
That's funny. Teja's a cool guy, man. You know who else is a really cool guy on Team Liquid? Liquid Hero.
I know Hero's
He is a total baller, man. I heard a funny story about Hero. He's apparently quite popular with the lady fans.
No.
And Kenny Get was talking to him one day. He was like just saying, "Hey, Hero, you know, I really want you to just, you know, keep your options open. Don't let yourself get locked down." And Hero goes, "No, I know. When I have girlfriend, I want girlfriend that's as famous as me."
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's gonna be tough, man. Hero is pretty boss.
It's pretty much like
he's like putting the limit at Jessica Alba and Jennifer Aniston. But Hero,
he's like, maybe I'd settle for Katy Perry.
Yeah. Knowing Hero is probably gonna get away with that. Hero's gonna be like, this Lady Gaga girl likes me. What does he think, man? What are you thinking, Lady Gaga? As we see, of course, Major spawning on the left top side of Ohana, while TSL Hyun is our blue Zerg, Korean Zerg, spawning in the right bottom side of this map. Pretty quick extractor going down for Hyun this game.
Very interesting. That's a very old school opening that we're seeing from Hyun. This is how this is how Sheth played ZVT for a very long time. 15 hatch, 15 pool, 17 gas, and then he would transition right up into some early roach aggression.
Yes.
So
and that was not a roach. That roach aggression was not meant to kill your opponent. It was just meant to see what's going on and kill some SCVs.
Exactly.
You know how I know that?
Probably because you're quoting me from our time in Germany.
Yes, that is correct.
And usually behind that kind of roach aggression, you'd see him do something like take a third base. Now, will we see the exact same thing from Hyun? Nobody really knows.
You were such a big Chef fan in Germany, man.
I was, and I still am, man. Chef is a great guy.
Well, he really is. He's very fun. After hanging out a few times with him, he really grew on me. Before that, I was like,
It was really funny.
An American Zerg. How can I possibly like this?
It was really funny when Sheth was here. We like went out to eat, and I tried to order a beer. I'm from Georgia. We live in California. They wouldn't accept my Georgia's driver's license, and Sheth like was seriously offended by that. He like called the manager over, and like they had this big long talk. The manager's like, "Look, I'm sorry, we just can't take it. We passed it through our machine, and the machine said no." And Sheth's like, "I need to investigate this machine." So the manager like takes him into the back of the restaurant, and Sheth's gone for like 30 minutes. We're like, "Where the hell is Sheth?" And finally comes back. He's like, "I'm sorry, Ben. Apparently your driver's license is fake."
Yeah, it was a really fun night. Chef is an awesome guy. As you can see, the factory going down, Ben, the reactor being added as well. The last game though, we talked a lot about Hyun style. We talked a lot about the timings of his roaches and the aggression, and later on the 2-2 timing. But Major was playing a very un-Major-like style on Daybreak.
Yeah, typically on Daybreak we see him play a very passive mech style. That time we saw him play very biocentric. But he wasn't being very aggressive with the bio style, and I think that was maybe the big mistake that he made.
I guess he got kind of scared early on, and perhaps he thought he was in okay position after dealing with the roaches and links initially. But yeah, you just have to know, guys, the Zerg players got so much better at larva injecting and whatnot that after those pushes, they have so much larva, and the good old logic from, oh, Zerg made some units early on, no, I'm in good shape. Like, nah, that really doesn't exist anymore.
You're actually never in good shape against Zerg?
No.
There's just no such thing as a good situation?
That's what Todd would say. The other day I was like, oh, you see the Roach one going down exactly and pretty much in the same timing once more, but also on the same spot, so he's really not hiding it. The SCV is going to scout it. Major actually asked me, he's like, how's Revival been playing yesterday before his games? I said, like, I actually think that Revival's playing really good right now. And Todd was in the channel as well, of course, the Root Gaming channel. And Todd just exploded. I'm sick and tired of hearing how good these Zergs are playing. Did you guys ever wonder why they are playing so good? I was like, yes, Todd.
Todd's so mad.
Yeah.
There is nobody as mad as Todd except Hasu. Not even Todd. Not even Hasu's as mad as Todd.
Not even that. Now we see the Cloak Banshee follow up by Major over here, but that's a little bit more Major-like, as the honey encounter is going to go up as well.
Yep. And also very standard in this metagame. It just basically means that Hyun has to defend the aggression and keep Major from sort of snowballing off of that. Interestingly, we're not seeing very many queens out of Hyun. He's only built 3 queens, and that is not how Zerg players typically do it these days.
But Hyun is not your typical Zerg player, Ben, as once more he's going to make 9 to 10 roaches, probably going to try to be semi-aggressive with them, and just drone up really, really hard behind it. This Overlord is not going to be able to see a whole lot, as there are 3-4 Marines in excellent position.
Overlord at all. And if these roaches cross the map, they're just all going to die because there's going to be Banshee out. So that could be a very unfortunate timing here for Hyun as he does march right out.
First Banshee is making his way over into the main base. There are 2 evolution chambers up, ain't that correct? Yes, there are.
Yep.
They're over here. So he could make spore crawlers. He's not making them yet. Now we see the first spores in production. 2 spores over here as well. Wow, Hyun making a correct read over there that he's going to have to deal with cloak banshees. These roaches, Ben, are completely avoiding pretty much everything. There is a bunker and Major immediately pulling SCVs.
Oh, and Hyun actually turns the roaches around when he sees the Hellions.
Circlings are lined up.
Interesting little development here because he could have potentially done some good damage. That said, Major's very well prepared for any sort of roach aggression, so maybe turning around was in fact the right move.
Oh, but those Hellions are trapped already. They're still dealing quite a bit of damage. A lot of drones have been going down already. The Cloak Banshee is still alive as well and will stay alive.
You know, Kev, some good damage was dealt, 8 drones killed, but I don't know if that was enough to justify losing 4 Hellions and taking that much damage on your Banshee. I think Hyun handled that pretty damn well. He's at 84 supplies on 3 bases comfortably, and his layer is morphing. Now he doesn't have to worry about additional harass beyond maybe a Banshee here or there.
But we all know that it's not about the first wave, and it's not only about the first wave anymore, because Major is not going to stop with Banshees, he's not going to stop with Hellions, he's going to make way, way more. Despite not getting Infernal pre-ignited this game, he is going up to 3 bases, Ben, and we saw the double armory going up.
That's right.
So it is a little bit of MVP over here.
We call it the MVP mech style because MVP has really popularized it recently as more Hellions making their way back into the back of the 3rd base.
As I said, Ben, it's not about the first wave.
You know, I really think Zerg players would benefit a lot from just putting a single spine crawler at every expansion when a Terran player plays like this. Not because the spine crawler is going to kill the Hellions. Wow, that was a lot of workers killed there. 12 more workers killed there for a grand total of 20. But because if you micro incorrectly with the Hellion, if you just auto attack and you don't click on a drone, they're going to target that spine crawler. It just messes with the AI a little bit.
It makes it harder for Terran players, and you want to make it as hard for your opponent as possible.
Exactly, exactly. It's a minimal investment. It costs much less, for instance, than 12 drones.
You know what you could put there as well, Ben? 1 drone.
1 drone?
Because that drone will actually kill the Hellions. And also messes with the AI and can soak up a lot of damage.
A drone?
Yeah. No, a roach.
Oh, okay. I was really confused.
You can put a single drone there as well. Maybe that 1 drone will absorb 6 Hellion shots.
1 super drone? Yeah. Kind of like the
Mega
Super Sentry. Dude, I want a mega drone. Like, just picks up the whole mineral patch, carries the whole patch back to your hatchery at one time.
Here's 1,500 minerals. Well, thank you, super drone.
Have you ever seen the big SCVs meme?
Nope.
I'll find it for you.
These Banshees did quite a bit of damage, Ben, on the Roach one. Did not manage to take it out. Hyun still has Overlords in an excellent position, so he knows pretty much what's going on.
These are big SCVs. We'll show everybody between games.
Yes.
But it's very funny.
Oops, sorry, hit spacebar over there. Hellions are gonna get the Banshees are gonna get repaired. First Raven is on the map already for quite a while as well, and we see double Tauren production, Ben. So this is much more like the Major we've seen oh so often lately in TVZ, and a Major that we like, and a Major that has been very successful.
Yeah, and I think he's going to be pretty comfortable playing from this position, Kev. I like the Banshees with the Ravens. So good at denying.
Nice timing, man. Not only that, but the Spire is only halfway done. The Infestation Pit is now ready, but of course no Pathogen Lens is ready yet. So these Banshees are going to have a field day. All there is on the map right now, Ben, is 4 Queens, is NTR. And we have, oh, careful, don't fly into Spore.
Roachborn also getting picked off, so no more Roaches will be able to be produced. 2 2s finish, well, not finishing up, but it's about a third of the way complete for him.
I really think if Major only knew what we knew regarding Spire and Infestation Pit timing,
he would just go.
Yep, he would be doing much more damage right now. And he's still doing a serious amount of damage on all of these Roaches. Picks off quite a few Roaches, delays the creep a little bit, deals with creep tumor, but that was a scary moment for you. And now we're probably going to see, well, we see at least the Infestors in production.
Well, these Banshees are still doing such nice damage. Roaches are taking a substantial amount of shots.
Oh, Raven!
No, that was so bad. Oh,
but all the Hellions are going to run into the net, to the 3rd base.
Oh, those drones were so stacked up. If Hyun reacts very quickly, brings the Hellions back, and actually loses nothing. So that was nicely done. A lot of Spore Crawlers have been built by Hyun, and I like that.
You'd rather be safe than sorry.
Exactly.
Certainly in a scenario like that, when there are 4 or 5 Banshees. I think what he really could have done is just drop a point defense drone, fly in, and fly in with all the Hellions as well. And those Banshees, they would have had so much EPS. Now we see 17 more drones in production. And guys, let's not forget, Hyun is already on 76 drones, and he's on 93 right now.
He's gonna be he's gonna have the economy of the king.
Wow. These Hellions actually take out Spore Crawlers. A lot of infestors coming in as well. Fungal would have been quite ugly.
Those Hellions darting away at just the right moment.
Still no blue flame, by the way. I think it's about time. When you have so many Hellions, why not?
You're right. I wonder if he just forgot.
Major doesn't forget things, man.
I have a hard time believing that he just would purposely skip it, but maybe he just wants to have the Hellions there to absorb damage. Maybe I suppose, you know, this many Hellions is going to kill a drone in the same number of shots as this many blue flame Hellions.
Yeah, but if you have so many drones, it doesn't hurt. He could have actually killed those roaches quite easily.
Oh no,
and now
Major, this is a mistake.
He's going to get fungal
all the way into the infestors.
Sacrifice all of his Hellions really for not too many units. Killed a few drones and a couple of links, but that wasn't a great trade.
Those were not very cost-effective Hellions.
There's no such thing as a non-cost-efficient Hellion.
That's also true.
Wise words from MrBitter.
It's true.
More commentators going up, as we can see over here. He already has an additional orbital.
Here's the truth, Kev. Those Hellions did the job of a scan, and they cost less.
I guess that's true. 5 Banshees are going to make their way over to the main base. This is so risky. Just imagine, man, if there were a couple of infestors here. It's going to fly right into a Spore Crawler. It's going to end up losing 1 Banshee.
Quick cloak, Major.
Above the Spore. This is so risky.
Corruptor's also popping out, chase those Banshees away, and
wow, I find that incredibly risky, by the way, just to fly there with Banshees. Oh, now he's going to fly like this. There's an Overseer there. And even if there wasn't, Hyun can still see this. Hyun might be able to land a fungo over here, Ben.
Oh, yes, he does. He catches 2 of those Banshees.
Catches all of them.
It's a nice play there from Hyun. Major's going to try and focus down as many infestors as he can in the meantime. He's going to lose all the Banshees, and that's painful, man. Those Banshees are an important part of that army.
He kind of asked for it, though. Look at this awkward moment right now. A couple of unsieged tanks and Queens out of position. Wow, that tank does survive now as well. 2 upgrades are ready for Major. He lost quite a bit of army supply, but still, this is still a scary push.
This army's so much better with the Banshees and the Nyx, though. Now everything's going to be backed up into a very critical corner. Fungal goes down. Corruptors are going to have minimal impact on this fight, but Roaches and Lings, as they stream in, do good damage.
It felt like not all the units from Hyun were there. A lot of units do survive, but now with the new Lings streaming in, actually still these mech units are still surviving.
This Queen's got like 6 kills, man.
They are so low on HP. And Major's gonna have to bring in some SUVs, I think, to repair these bad boys.
Where is Hyun's, like, he's got all this supply. I guess it's mostly drones, 85 drones.
Yeah, I really felt that was not his entire army.
And of course, the Corruptors, we can't forget, also make up a lot of supply. Now they're being morphed into Brood Lords. 7 broods on the way.
Do you think that Mage just immediately went for that because he saw there was so much energy used on killing those Banshees? I
don't know. Maybe, I honestly think he just saw the army out of position. Yeah. He said, I'm going to try to do something about that. But really, he didn't have the fighting strength he needed. Great fungals here from Hyun as he catches the Hellions of Major once again.
I love how tires always fly everywhere. Kick the tires and light the fire.
And Hyun is now moving forward. He's got the Broodlords out. He has the Infestors on the ground beneath them, and he's going to be making 18 Roaches. Roaches with great upgrades, by the way, Kev. They have +3 armor. And no attack upgrades, but they sure as hell tank a lot of damage.
Well, and they already do a lot of damage, Ben. These are Roaches.
Major's just going to have to kind of sit into an awkward defending spot as these Broodlords continue to come forward. Vikings getting a couple shots off, but there's not that many Vikings.
He's getting 5 Vikings at a time, though, and he still has a lot of Taurs as well. If the Taurs get big shots off with these upgrades, they do a little bit of damage on these Broodlords, but it's going to be pretty tough.
But the Roaches on the ground just doing great work. Tanks
Zerglings everywhere as well.
And I think Major's in some big trouble right now. Infested Terrans going down all around his army. He's going to lose every one of these mech units. And Hyun is going to reload on pure Roach. And these 5 Vikings at a time are not going to be very helpful against pure Roach, Kev. 30 Roaches in production right now. And Major doesn't even have the resources to deal with what's in his natural or in his third base right now. Nothing over here at the third, no planetary, so it's just SCVs defending against infested Terrans right now.
Vikings holding the line over here on the north side, though, killing Roaches and Lynx, but Hyun just has way too much. Infestors coming in once more as well, going to spawn those infested Terrans. We have a Taur in the mix right now. This Taur with the upgrades that he has should be able to do quite well with these Roaches, but the biggest problem is the reinforcements.
That's exactly right. Huge, big reinforcing wave and a move over into this 4th expansion planetary is Well, it might finish, but it won't be alive for long. Look at how many there are.
Look at these links, Ben. These two links have 22 kills together.
When are we going to see the assassin Zergling? 15 kills to be an assassin.
Assassin.
There he is, assassin Link. Don't let him die. He's an assassin. That's so sad. GG is called. Major goes down in game number 2. And Hyun leads now. Yep.
Perfect timing by Hyun. Literally perfect timing. There were 5 Vikings in production. If he attacks 1 minute later, instead of 3 Vikings, there would be 13 Vikings. It's a whole different fight.
Yeah, completely different situation. But Hyun hits a great timing, does unrecoverable damage, and Major now goes down 0-2 against the Korean Zerg. Interesting piece of trivia. If Hyun qualifies, we will have even racial representation in Season 4 of the North American Star League.
What does that even mean?
That means we'll have 15 Protoss players, 15 Zerg players, and 15 Terran players.
Okay. Yeah, that's correct. We have 45 players, so yes, we can have that. Man, that's pretty cool. It's almost like we set it up. We did not set it up.
We didn't plan it that way. I don't know how the hell it happened, but it did.
You know how it happened? David Kim. Thumbs up.
Short break, then we're back with Game 3.